Hi everyone, I'm so happy to see you all at this lesson where we are going to talk about delegation. So let me share with you my screen. Okay, so I hope you guys can see my screen, and today we are going to talk about growing your VA business. It is really an essential topic if you have big ambitions, and I hope for all of you there will be a time where you will already have enough clients to say that you are burnt out and you need help. And again, it will be different case for everyone. It really depends on how many hours a day or a week you spend on being a VA or you dedicate to being a VA. Because, for example, if you just work as a VA for 4 hours a day, it means that 2 clients or 3 clients will already be enough for you to say that you are burned out in most of the cases. But if you are a full-time VA and you have 8 hours a day, then you will need more clients to be burnt out. But at the same time, once you already are stable as a VA, once you already have a few clients as a VA, it is good to start thinking about how to delegate your services, because delegation always can propel your business forward and really grow your business. So what we are going to learn today is when is a good time to start delegating, how to delegate the right way. Trust me, guys, that I have spent years and years failing at delegation, when people didn't want to work with me, where people left me, where I was unable to find the good team members who would really help me grow my business. And I have been through it all. I have learned through all these mistakes the hard way. So I really hope that you are going to avoid these mistakes that I'm going to share with you today. They costed me so much money and so much stress as well. So first of all, before we start, let me remind you about who is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur can see the opportunities. I already explained to you that the opportunities are everywhere, and also can find solutions to problems, and is a proactive person. Whenever you have the issue, you are able to resolve the issue. Does not take things personally, and this also is relevant when we talk about delegation as well, and testing and analyzing. Always testing and analyzing your situation, what you need to improve, etc. So be proactive, be solution oriented, and be the boss of your life. And of course, never have a victim mindset. And never, when you have an issue, when you have a challenge, don't blame someone else. Instead, ask, what can I do the other way so that my situation changes? So this again is relevant to when we talk about delegation as well. So let's proceed to the main topic. And before we start, as usual, I want to give you a quote. Teamwork is a secret that makes common people achieve uncommon results. And I really agree with this so much. Definitely, this course would not exist the way as it is right now without my amazing team. Many people who are working behind the scenes and making this all possible. So, and definitely, I would never be able to do this alone. And I really believe that great team is the thing that makes any businesses grow, and really make it fun as well. Because of course, when you're just working by yourself, it is great as well. But when you have a team who is working for you, who is working with you, and who is and you have fun together, you are learning together, you're growing together, this is really the next level experience. So I already told you this before on the other lessons, that hiring is an investment from the perspective of a virtual assistant, right? When we go and find the clients. But now I want you to look at this from the perspective of you as an entrepreneur, and for you to understand yourself that hiring is an investment, because so many people, so many entrepreneurs are thinking that hiring is an expense, but actually it is completely untrue, because with the right people on your team you can earn much more. It can be the best investment possible. So how to understand that it is the right time for you to grow? And the first thing is, of course, you are booked out. I already mentioned to you at the beginning of this lesson, when you feel you are booked out. And of course, our limit as a virtual assistant is that we only have 24 hours a day. We have so many other responsibilities, or even another job that we need to fit into this 24 hours a day, right? So we cannot the more clients we have, it means that we cannot, there is a point where we cannot take any more clients. We are already overbooked, right? So imagine that more and more clients come to you. Let's say you are just working as a virtual assistant for 3 hours a day. You already have 2 clients, and you see that these clients already are referring you to other clients, or maybe other clients are reaching out to you on social media, etc. And you feel like, wow, but I would love to work with this client, but I can't because I don't have any more time, any more free time, right? So you get burnt out and can't handle it all. And of course, again, as I mentioned to you in the beginning, the number of clients when you get burnt out is different for everyone, but I can guarantee that you will feel it. I am burning out, and I see that there are more clients coming to me, but I cannot already manage it myself. And of course, the important part is that most of your clients must renew the contracts with you. You need to know that the clients are happy to work with you. It's not just a contract for 2 weeks and then the contract ends, right? So you need to have long-term clients and stable income as a virtual assistant. So of course, this is also the time where you can think about increasing your rates as well. It is up to you how much, maybe 20 US dollars or 15 US dollars, or it can be from 10 to 12 US dollars. So really, it depends on your confidence in yourself. When you increase the rates, to do this, you need to write an email or message to all your existing clients saying that due to the demand, you will need to increase your rates in 1 month's time. You can say that I have already, improved my skills, my expertise, and I can see more demand for my services. And I really believe that as a virtual assistant, I'm growing and I'm improving. So I would like to inform you that from the next month, my rate will be increasing to this much. And some clients at this stage can naturally fall off, and that is normal because you will have more time and more money, and you can find the clients who will be able to pay you more. Again, trust me that the myth that people are only looking for the cheapest VAs, it is completely not true. And we already talked about it a lot on the course about the value, right? So, and in your free time, you can rest or you can find more clients, again, who are willing to pay you more. And of course, at this stage as well, you can already afford to hire a beginner virtual assistant, or it can be a full-time assistant, or it can be an intern. They can learn from you, they can help you manage clients and free up your own time. It was my best day when I hired my intern. And at that time, she was just a student. My friend referred her to me, and she was just a student studying in the university, didn't have experience at all as a virtual assistant or in any work, and she was really keen to learn. So for me, it was a very, very affordable price per month that I was paying to her. For her, it was really a good experience and really good skills. So after this, of course, you need to make sure that your quality of work should stay the same. You really need to make sure that you teach this intern to do the work the way you do the work and how your clients expect to do the work. you have more clients and you are fully booked again. And this is when you can change your hourly rate to service-based packages, or again, you can you can just increase your charges. You can increase your rates. So now, why is it so difficult to delegate? We want to save money and we do not consider hiring as an investment. And this is really something that happens to so many people, but unfortunately it can be dealt with, and it can be and you can overcome this if you believe that you really need to trust that hiring is an investment. This is really, really important, because as I already explained to you, when you have the right people on your team, they can help you grow your company much, much faster. We feel that no one can do the work better than us. And this is something that really happened to me as well, that when I was hiring people to join my team, I felt that no one can do the work better than me. When they submitted the tasks to me, I was like, okay, this is not up to my standards. This is not how I want to see these tasks to be done. And I was so always disappointed before. When I started my company in 2019, I was hiring people for hard skills. I saw that, wow, they have so much experience and they will definitely do the tasks so well. But when they came to me, when they submitted their tasks, this actually didn't work. And I was so upset that the standard of work is not the way I expected. So that's why I couldn't work with anyone for a long time. But actually, I realized that the problem is not them. The problem is me, because I expect everyone to be perfect from the start, which is completely not true. And I need to be patient to teach them, to guide them the way how I want them to do the work, right? So it is really a myth that no one can do the work better than us. We feel that the right team member does not exist, and this is connected to the second point. The work is not up to our standard, and the reality is that there is no ideal candidate who can do the tasks the way you want from the start. And growing and grooming a team member takes time. So now, guys, let me share with you about the mistakes which I made while hiring people. First of all, hiring for hard skills rather than soft skills. I still remember when I was hiring people back in 2018, 2019, I was looking a lot at their resume, how many years of experience they have in sales, how many years of experience they have in business development, how many years of experience they have in marketing. And I remember this story when I had an interview with a salesperson. I saw his resume and it was written that he made $1 million to his previous company as a salesperson. And I was so impressed. I'm like, okay, if he joins my companies, he's going to do the same for me. So I need to hire him. And I remember that during the interview, he was saying something bad about his previous employer. He was saying something bad, that the employer was not good and something like that. And for me, I didn't feel it is right, but I closed my eyes on this. I was like, he's experienced, he has the hard skills, he has experience as a salesperson, so I will hire him. And guess what? Once I hired him, I couldn't work with him for more than 2 weeks. And it was really heartbreaking for me because I lost a lot of money. He was expensive because he has a lot of experience. But actually, as a result, he didn't give me any value at all. And it costed me a lot of stress and a lot of money as well, to learn this mistake, that you need to focus on soft skills rather than on hard skills. You need to ask the person, where do you see yourself? What are your values as a person? What do you value? What are your personal values? To see if you match with this person. Because hard skills, how to do different things, you can teach them, you can guide them, you can groom them, because even if they are experienced, they will never do the work the way you expect from the start, because each company is different. And that is why I emphasize so much also to you as a VA that soft skills are really, really important. And of course, when you have an interview with a candidate, look for any negative feedback about past employers, because if there is any negativity, especially on the first interview already, it is already a bad sign. And the personality test that I recommend and that I usually always give to the new people who join my team is, of course, 16 personality test that you all know. It really helps me to understand what kind of person I'm working with and what kind of person I'm dealing with, because we all are different. Some people are sensitive to criticism. Some people are prefer to work independently. Some people prefer creative tasks. Some people prefer admin tasks and routine tasks, right? And this is what is helping me to also give the right tasks to these people, because if I'm looking for a person to help me, a VA to help me with admin tasks, and I see that the personality test is saying to me that this person is really bad at routine tasks and it is a creative person, I would rather give this person creative tasks, not admin tasks. Second mistake that I have made while hiring is not showing empathy and thinking that the other person is the same as me. And this is where personality test helps as well. And I still remember the days when I was demanding so much from my team, I didn't really empathize with them. So for example, if by the end of the week, the KPIs, the goal is not done, the tasks are not done, I am really getting like impatient, and I'm asking them why I don't see results in your work, why you didn't achieve your goals, why you didn't achieve your KPIs. But actually I didn't even ask them. Maybe there is something wrong in their family, maybe someone is sick, maybe they don't feel well, right? So I think that the great leader and the great person who is hiring a team is something in between. Of course, as an employer, right, as the person who is hiring people, we also need to demand results, because it's business, right? We are paying money for the work, but at the same time we also need to be empathetic, and we also need to understand other people's problems and also be interested in their life as well. So you need to be somewhere in the middle to be a good boss, to be a good delegator, right? So you also need to understand what do they work for, because different people work for different reasons. Not everyone works for money only. Maybe they want to be recognized. Some people, they just want on their name card to be stated like a director of marketing, director of I don't know, sales or something like that. Some people want more money, and some people, they want to really have a value. They really want to see the special purpose that they serve in this company, right? So all these people are different, and you need to know what this person is looking for and give this to them, because we really buy to make sure that this person is staying long with the company is to give them what they are looking for. And right now I really try whenever possible to ask my team members how they want to grow, where do they see themselves, and how I can help them to realize their dreams, to realize their full potential, right? So it is really, really important for building a healthy team. The third mistake is thinking that the person I hired must know exactly the way I want to do things from the start, right? That the person has experience already, or even if they are new, I really want them to do the right thing from the start. And I had no patience and no taking time to teach them and to groom them. For example, I asked them to create a reels for me, and then I see that the reels is really not up to my standard, and then I get very impatient, I get very upset, and I feel like this is not to my standard, so I think we cannot work together, right? But this is completely wrong, because the only way to show them my standard of work is to guide them, is to teach them. It doesn't need to be forever, right? It can be just the first 2 weeks, the first 3 weeks when they just joined and know nothing about my company, about my standards, etc. So during the start, you need to always give feedback about what they do and give plenty of references on how you want the work to be done. We are going to talk more about the references in a short while. The way to give feedback, the sandwich way to give feedback, I think this is really important, because I have learned it the hard way. I am usually a straightforward person, and if I don't like something, I will just straightforwardly tell the person. And there were so many people who actually got really upset with my straightforward feedback, and they could not work together with me for a long time, because some people are very sensitive to criticism, right? Coming back to the personality test, it can be really, really helpful for you to learn more about the person, about their personality. And especially if they are sensitive to criticism, you always need to use the sandwich way. And you can use this tip not only in your business, but also in your personal life as well. So when you give feedback, always say what you have liked. For example, I really love that you submitted this work on time. Find something that you like about their work. Secondly, tell them the things that they need to improve. For example, but there are some things I would like you to improve, number 1, number 2, number 3, and then finish it off by telling them the things you like. For example, but overall, really nice work for the first time. I'm happy to be working with you. Please send me the edited reels, something like that. So this will really make it sound positive for them, instead of you just telling them, oh, this is not my standard, you need to improve everything, you know? So this is completely different way. So after all the mistakes I made, I didn't want to hire people again, and I wanted to do everything myself. And that is why when I had so many VA clients back, let's say, even if we talk about 2021, right? When I had 5 clients as a virtual assistant, I really burned out. And I hired my first virtual assistant back in 2021. It was end of the year, and I was so happy to hire her. She's still working with me until now. So amazing, and this is best thing that happened to me. I'm really so happy that I finally, changed my mindset that hiring is an investment, it's not spending, and there is no ideal candidate who will do the job the way you want from the very start. You always need to be patient and guide and groom your team members. So there are 2 main extremes that some people fall into, including myself in the past: not delegating at all. So after all of my mistakes that I have made, I was like, okay, I'm okay, and I will do everything myself instead of delegating, and delegating blindly. It's back in 2019 when I had a team, but I didn't even know what they were doing. I was just paying them, but I didn't set any KPIs. So it was really a blind way to delegate. So these are 2 main extremes, and we don't want to follow these 2 main extremes. So you need to become a professional delegator. You need to make the tasks clear. You need to understand what you need for the task, because sometimes entrepreneurs, they don't even understand what they they need at the end. So how can your team understand what you need if you as the one who is giving the task, you don't know what do you want at the end, right? So you need to understand the end goal. For example, I want you to create the reels for a coach, for my client, but you need to tell them what is the end result of this reel, what is the aim of this reel. Is it to bring people to watch the free webinar of this coach? Is it to make people sign up for the newsletter? Is it to make people follow this coach Instagram account, etc.? Understand where there might be difficulties. For example, for the reels creation, you need to understand that this person, the virtual assistant who you have hired, they want to know the brand colors, maybe the style that you want to create the reels, or maybe where can they get the footage for these reels, or maybe some references and good videos that your client has liked, or maybe what kind of music your client likes for the reels, etc. So you need to give helps and support and resources, and always be available to give all the resources on time. Not when they already have done the reels for you, but before that, when they actually get the task from you. And give feedback in detail using the sandwich method. Become a good leader equals becoming a good delegator. And one of the main qualities of a good leader is never be the victim. And I guarantee to you guys that if you drop this mindset, the victim mindset, you know, that like I told you in the beginning, that if you have a problem, it's like when I look at myself in the past, when I have a problem, when my company is not growing, my company is failing, I'm not making money, I'm losing money, I'm like, my team, I need to blame my team because they are not good enough, they don't do the work well enough, etc. But actually it was my fault, you know, I had to, because when you embrace the victim mindset, you completely lose the opportunity to change the situation. You lose control of this situation, right? So you need to change this victim mindset to the mindset that what is wrong with me in this situation? What can I change so that my company grows, so that I hire better people in my company? Maybe I need to manage these people better. Maybe it's not the problem of these people. Maybe it is my problem that I don't want and don't have the patience to show them my standards, right? So if you apply these to any area of your life, instead of blaming someone, ask yourself, what can I do? What can I change in myself so that that can help me to change the situation? This will really help you to have great results in your business and in your life. So how to find team members? Through SGV Tinder, we had many cases where our VAs hired, our alumni hired other alumni, for example. Referrals. This is how I hired my first virtual assistant, through referral from my friend. LinkedIn, Instagram, social media. And you can ask interested candidates to fill in Google Forms to qualify them. If you have many candidates, it doesn't make sense if you just have 2 candidates to send them the Google form probably. If you have more candidates, probably it is better to send them the Google form, like we do, for example, on the Tinder group. Always give a test task just to understand what they can do. Just a simple test task, maybe for 30 minutes, 1 hour, that they can show you their skills and their soft skills, their ability to find information, their ability to find solutions, their ability to be proactive, bring ideas, etc. And only have a call with those whom you liked and qualified through Google Forms or manually, if their applications are not many, right? And give feedback after the test tasks, especially if you have little applications and you have time to give the feedback. The applicants will really appreciate your feedback. So now, before we end it off, I want to share with you about the brief and technical task. What is the difference? So when we give our VAs, our interns, our team, the technical task, it is called a brief. So it is basically the instruction if the person does a creative task. So brief is for the creative task, and a technical task is the instruction if the person does a technically oriented task. For the brief, for example, the example can be creating a presentation. For example, you can say to your virtual assistant, I need a presentation for this coach or for this nutritionist for her new course, for example. And here is the text. Please create the presentation for me. But this is not enough, right? You need to tell what is the font, what is the brand color, what is the style of this presentation. Do you have any references to give to show what kind of style your client likes, right? Because if you just give the text and say, create me the presentation for my coach, then it is completely unclear. What is this presentation for? What are the brand colors? What is the font that I need to use? What is the style that I need to use? What is the aim of this presentation, right? So it is really important to show the references, to show to give more details. For technical tasks, for example, it can be please set up Google Ads for my website. And this is technical, right? This is not a creative task. So you need to give the step-by-step explanation about how to do this task and be able to provide the necessary access and necessary resources needed to complete these tasks. So for the brief, for the creative task, describe the task. It can be the text, video, photo, etc., anything creative. And which platform will it be for, and what is the aim of it? What is the result? Attach 5 or 10 references that you like or that your client likes. For example, or this presentation is great because it's minimalistic. This presentation is great because it only contains 2 sentences on each slide, etc. Because each of us has different tastes. Each of us and each client is different, right? We need to know what they prefer. And by the way, you can also use this in your work with a client. When the client is asking you to do something creative, ask them more questions. What kind of style do you prefer? What is the aim of this, etc. So you will make sure that the work is done according to the expectations. Mention why we like it or do not like the reference, right? Or the client doesn't like this or like that. So references are really important for the brief. Technical task, describe the result needed, add links to the necessary resources, for example, Google Ads, right? Google Ads console that they need to log into. If you have the instruction, add it as well. For example, if you have just a fresh graduate without any experience and you ask them to set up ads on Instagram, maybe they have never done it. So you need to guide them only in the beginning because they have never done it before. You need to show to them the step-by-step guidance, how to set up it properly, right? And share all the necessary permissions on time. Log in to the Instagram account or log into Google Ads console, etc. So that is all for this lesson. I really hope that it empowers you to delegate and to delegate wisely, right? And please don't fall into the trap when you already have many clients as a virtual assistant, you are burned out and you are still doing it all yourself. But of course, don't delegate blindly. Find for the good people with the right soft skills and guide them, groom them, and you will really be able to grow your VA business by a lot. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me directly on Telegram, and I would love to advise you anytime. Thank you guys, and bye. See you.